Hey guys, DIY handyman, teaching you how to be self-sufficient. We're doing this Slate 4. We've come up to a point now where we've run all of our full tile. Looks good, but now we come up to this beam. It's not even straight. This beam was kind of put in bad carpentry. That wasn't me, by the way. But we're gonna have to make a U-cut. And we have to make this U-cut kind of where it's gonna fit around this beam. And we're gonna make this one square and fill it with grout because we got this pretty wide grout joint, so we can get away with that here. The reason we got wide grout joints is explained in the other video. Right now I just want to show you how to do a U-cut. So let me go through now and mark this and go show you how to make a U-cut. So stay with us. So if I want to make this U-cut, a U-cut's basically going to be like this. It's a U in the middle of the tile, right? Some guys will chop them off and then piece them in and you leave a little grout joint in between. You can do this real professional yourself. Just rent the tile saw. It's not very expensive and it's really easy to do. It's just a little bit of geometry here, I guess. You know, so not major science. I'm going to lay this in here lightly. It's going to barely touch my thin set. I'm going to mark. I'm going to try to get real close to my corner here because this board is going at an angle. This one I'm going to get a little bit wider, kind of anticipate where I'm going with it. So basically, if you got a square, this is an older home, right? So basically, this built 50 years ago. If you got something square, you just mark it off. It's pretty easy. Then what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to bring this up into here. And I'm going to mark this thing right like this. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is take my square, make sure my line is straight on the back of my tile here. Give myself plenty of room. Run all the way down. What I'll do is I'll go in now and cut this, right? And then I know that my mark, I can double check it here too now if I want to. I'm going to come here with it, double check it, flip it over, and right on. So I know that when I cut down and fit it in there, I'll roll over and I'll make the cut in the back where it hides it. Back here, I'll make this cut. I'll make these two on top so it doesn't fray my slate. Then I'll flip it over and make it on the back. I might get a little fray here. You can stone it if you want to, but it's natural stone, so it'll cruise so you can get away with this. It's not ceramic or porcelain. So let's go over to the saw now and let's make this cut and I'll show you how to do this a professional way. Okay, I cut two lines down to where I want to flip it over now and cut on the back. Okay, so I'm going to make my cut in the back now. And I'm going to go point to point upside down. I cut these right side up so I wouldn't get the fray. Now I'm going to come back here now and I'm going to cut this point to point on the back without going through more than I need to. I'll show you how that's going to be done right now. Now look, at tile saw. You can take a tile saw, turn it on, you can touch the blade. It won't cut you. Don't put your fingernail in there because it'll cut that right to the quick, right? But you don't have to be really afraid of it. It's not like a skill saw. It's much safer than a skill saw. But always take precaution no matter what, okay? So let's go through now. I'm going to cut this and show you how to cut this back out. I'm going to hold this in my hands. Slowly get ready. Now, if this happens to you, I didn't quite hit it right. I got to go a little bit longer. So what happens to you, I'm just going to flip back over and go point to point again. I missed a little bit here. When I got underneath the water, I didn't see that. So you do that, just come back in and cut it again, point to point, and then you can clean it up with the saw like you're going to see me do. Now I'm going to clean it up. U-cut. Now we got our perfect U. Where I scored back here, I'm going to want to go ahead and fill this in so it strengthens it and doesn't snap on me later. This has been setting up a little bit in the sun. My thin set has, not very long, but I want to make sure when I get this in here, I'm going to move it around good so I get a good bond. Okay? That's going to be really important. Another thing that's really important here to keep out perfect, actually, especially with this crooked piece of wood. Another thing that's really important here that you want to do is take your sponge as you're coming along here and wipe up any extra thin set you got while you're going, not when you come back, because it's much more difficult to do. That's how you make a U-cut. It's real simple and looks real professional. Well, Handyman DIY. We'll see you in the next video.